शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लाङ्घायते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं। कृपया क्षमतामपराधिजनं कलुषायुतशक्तसुदीननरं सुपथे परिचालय सर्वदिनं प्रणमामि च माधव देवपदम्। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तु ते। भुजे सव्यवेणुं शिरसि शिखिपिच्छं कटितटे दुकूलां नेत्रान्ते सहचरकटाक्षं विदधते सदा श्रीमद्वृन्दावनवसति लीलापरिचयो जगन्नाथस्वामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे। वन्दे नन्दव्रजस्त्रीणां पादरेणुम् अभिक्ष्णशः यासां हरिकथोद्गीतं पुनाति भुवनत्रयं। भक्त्या विहीन अपराधलक्षै क्षिप्ताश्च कामादितरङ्गमध्ये कृपामयी त्वां शरणं प्रपन्नवृन्दे नुमस्ते चरणारविन्दं। भूमोस्खलितपादानां भूमिरेव यवलम्बनं त्वय्यजात अपराधानां त्वमेव शरणं प्रभो। वागीशा यस्य वदने लक्ष्मीर्यस्या च वक्ष्यासि यस्यास्ते हृदये संवित्तं नृसिंहमहं भजे। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, 9th chapter, Dhruva's holy biography. So the last we heard was that after the Lord blessed Dhruva Maharaj with a separate place, a pole star where which would remain eternally without getting devastated during the time of annihilation also. But still he was very much unsatisfied, even though he told that ultimately you will attain me, you perform all these things and then you will ultimately attain me. He told all these things, but still Dhruva was not very much pacified with all these things. So Dhruva then Vidura put this question to Maitreya, that you see Dhruva has got darshan of the Lord, He has attained that state which nobody could attain after performing so many intense penances. One attains that. Within 6 months, he has attained it. Therefore, he should be the most happiest person. Why is he still unhappy? Then, Maitreya Rishi is replying to Vidura's question. So, we will read from verse number 29. Shri Maitreya Uvacha Matuhu Swapatnya Bagrinai Hridi Viddhastu Tan Smaran Naicham Naichan Mukti Pate Amrit Pater Muktim Paschatapam Upeyivan. श्री मैत्रेय कहिलेन विमातार बाक्य बाणे ध्रुवेर हृदय बिद्ध हইয়াছিল সুতরাং তিনি সেই সকল দুর্ভাগ্য স্মরণ করিয়া মুক্তিপতি ভগবান শ্রীহরির নিকট স্বরূপ অবস্থিতি প্রার্থনা করিতে পারেন নাই। এই জন্যই তাহাকে পাশ্চাতে তাপসগ্রস্ত হইতে হইয়াছিল। So Maitreya is replying to Vidura's question that why he was not still disappointed, not happy with his state. So Maitreya replies that Dhruva was completely infatuated with the words of his stepmother. His stepmother had used very, very insulting words. By listening to those insulting words, his heart was completely, filled with those thoughts. When mind was in that manner filled with such thoughts, and he was thinking about all those insulting words that his stepmother had used upon him, even though Lord Hari was present in front of him, he could not ask for his, Sarupa Avasthiti, his actual state, that please establish me in my actual state, because of the remembrance of all those things. There were flashes of those things going on in his mind, and therefore he could not pray for, his actual state of being the servant of Lord Hari. And that is why later he was extremely aggrieved, thinking about this. Oh, why did I not pray for this? Why those thoughts were still so strong in me? You see, the thing is that when our mind is preoccupied with so many other thoughts in this material world, even though we are present in front of the Guru Vaishnava, because our mind is preoccupied with so many thoughts, our physical presence might be there, but actually we will not be open for any of the instructions, good instructions they will be giving. In order to, understand, or in order to, bring the teachings of the pure devotees inside our mind or heart, the heart should be open, the mind should be open. But if that mind is occupied already with so many material thoughts about the insults and the prizes and this and that, sometimes we are sitting in front of the Harikatha, we are listening Harikatha, but our mind is occupied with so many thoughts. We are similarly present in front of Guru. Guru tells, just do this, do this, do this. Oh, what did he say? I didn't understand. Why? Because our mind was completely occupied with so many other thoughts, material thoughts of this, that somebody is praising us, we are thinking, oh, that person told me, oh, today, this. Or somebody is, has spoken some insulting words. So those things are constantly, bombarding in our head. Even though we are in front of, we're sitting Harikatha and listening Harikatha, or even though we are present in front of the Vaishnavas, still that is not the true way to present oneself in front of Guru Vaishnavas. One should be freed from all the material thoughts. Only then one will be capable to understand the true implications of the instructions given by Shuddha Bhaktas. If I have some, impressions in me, and if Guru is giving some instructions, I understand them according to my own, analysis, because my mind is, full of, oh, maybe this, maybe this, maybe this. But we are not completely open to actually seek what he is truly wanting to give us. That is why when we submit ourselves completely, only then we will be in a position to understand their instructions. Otherwise, we will interpret according to our own, understanding, our own, mental capacities. So here, that is why he is telling that my mind was, because it was occupied, isko band kar dena. My mind was occupied with so many, mental thoughts, and the insulting words that my mother has used upon me. See, even with that, we are sitting in front of, Vaishnava, and we are thinking about, why this person has told me like this, why this, then what kind of instruction, what kind of capacity we will have to receive the instructions from the Guru. That is why when we go in front of a Guru, we have to free ourselves completely from all these material thoughts. So Guru Maharaj used to say that even while sitting in the Harikatha, we may deceive, we may cheat. Why? Because our mind can go here and there, it can be occupied with so many thoughts. The person who is speaking, Guru, Vaishnavas, they are speaking, they think that, oh, he is a very nice person, he is every day sitting and listening Harikatha, very nice person. But you are cheating. You are cheating yourself and you are cheating everyone else. By that you will not get Krishna Bhakti. You have to do everything with utmost sincerity. That is what is important. Guru Maharaj repeatedly emphasized this point, that you have to be sincere from within whatever activity you are doing. You should be sincere. Then the actual benefit of that particular activity will come. Now we repeatedly, here, I speak about, the feeling that one should have, when speaking when listening Harikatha, when speaking Harikatha, when taking darshan of the Vaishnavas, when taking darshan of Arati, whatever it is, the feeling, the mood, that is very, very important. I am listening the glories of the Supreme Lord. I am listening from Srimad Bhagavatam, which is spoken by, Vedavyasa Muni himself and Sukadeva Goswami, and spoken by Prabhupada, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. They are giving the purports to this. So the mood is very, very essential. Like in this material world, we think that, oh, he is my husband, he is my child, she is my wife, she is my daughter, she is my mother. In this manner, we have a feeling and we are doing that activity in connection with that person with a feeling that he belongs to me or she belongs to me or I belong to him or her. When it comes to the spiritual subject matters, we don't really pay importance to this. We do it mechanically. But Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, you do material activities mechanically. Material activities you should do mechanically, whereas spiritual activities you should do with full involvement. He says that, what is that? Udilo Aruna Kirtan, it comes. He says that Abhyasa Edehera Kriya Abhyasa Koribo Jivana Yapana Lagi. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Edehera Kriya, I will perform the activities of this body out of practice. I know that, I have to take bath, I know where the tap is, where water is, where mug is, where bucket is, I know. All other activities, food, all these things I will do mechanically because I know I don't have to involve myself too much in it. I'll just do them mechanically. But The spiritual subject matters we have to do with our mind completely present in it. When our mind is absent, it is present elsewhere. The Lord has given darshan, Guru has given darshan, Vaishnavas have given darshan, but our mind is elsewhere. We still feel that we belong to this world. We still feel that such and such person has insulted me. We still feel that I am so glorious because so many people are talking good about me. So if our mind is occupied only with these thoughts, how can we get feeling of the devotional activity? That is why Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that Edehera Kriya Abhyasa Koribo Jivana Yapana Lage. In order to somehow pull on in this life, in this body, I will perform material activities. But Abhyasa Koribo, just like I have been used to doing it. But we do chanting in that manner. Mechanically we are chanting. Mechanically we are doing the Sandhya, Gayatri, etc. Mechanically we are attending Arati. Mechanically we are doing Parikrama out of practice. But our involvement is, when will the Prasadam bell ring and when will we eat nice things? There is no utsav for so many days. So when will I get nice foodstuffs? That which is to be done mechanically, we are doing with full involvement. All the material duties, material activities, we are doing with full involvement. No, I have to bring this powder, I have to bring this lipstick, I have to bring this, I have to do that. This material body, we are trying to do all these things. But when it comes to spiritual matters, we are doing out of practice, just okay. Out of the way we are used to doing it. That is not, the mind should be present. In material things, mind should be absent. Mind should always be present in Krishna and mechanically do material things. And when you are doing spiritual things, mind should be present in that only. So here, Dhruva is dissatisfied because when the Lord was there in front of him, he was thinking still about, what his stepmother spoke, the insulting words, all these things were going on in his head. Therefore, instead of asking for a revelation of his actual form and to be established in that state, he could not do so. So, এই জন্যই তাহাকে পশ্চাতে মনস্তাপগ্রস্ত হইতে হইয়াছিল. Only because of this, he had to repent later. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes in the commentary, মুক্তিম এখানে মুক্তি বলিতে ভক্তির সহিত ভগবানের পার্শ্বদত্ব. So in this verse, mukti is used. So what is mukti? The Dhruva has not asked for liberation. Liberation, as we heard before several times, liberation is something like halt of material suffering. It is not happiness. We are in the middle of so many sufferings and the sufferings come to an end. But there is no happiness. Happiness is positive. Not having suffering is not happiness. We in this material world, we think that I am not unhappy means I am happy. But it is not true. I am not unhappy means I am not unhappy. I am not unwell means I am just not unwell. I am just okay. But I am very healthy, it doesn't mean. So, liberation is something to be free from an unwanted situation. Guru Maharaj used to use this word, to be free from an unwanted situation is liberation. But to be situated in a favorable situation, that is not liberation. To be free from an unwanted situation is liberation. So, liberation is not the one that the devotees ask for. They are never, desirous of liberation. Liberation here, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes that liberation, the meaning of liberation here that is used in the verse is Bhagavanir Parshadattva, to become associate of the Lord. In Srimad Bhagavatam there is a verse, Jiveta Mukti Padesa Dayabhak. When Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya He speaks this verse after he got the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Previously, he was aspiring for liberation. But then, after he got the blessing of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was completely averse to the concept of liberation, totally. Earlier, Aham Brahmasmi, I am one with Brahman, I am liberated from this world, that was the concept. But after he received the Lord's mercy, he completely got converted, and now he is not able to even hear the word mukti. So, in Srimad Bhagavatam verse, Jiveta yo mukti pade sadaya bhak. A person is rightly eligible to get liberated. Then Sarvam Bhattacharya changes that, Jiveta bhakti pade sadaya bhak. Mukti pade he changes to bhakti pade. Means he is rightly eligible to receive the devotion of Supreme Lord. Mahaprabhu says, what is the need of changing this verse? Sarvam Bhattacharya says, my dear Lord, I just can't hear this word mukti any longer. No, you have been talking about mukti all these days. No. Now I cannot tolerate mukti at all. Because those who have got the actual mercy, true mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, those persons have no desire absolutely to get liberated. Wherever I am, my dear Lord, you please bless me that I will be able to sing your glories. You please bless me that I get association of your devotees. You please bless me that I will be able to listen to your glories and sing your glories constantly. This is what the devotees always pray for. So, Mahaprabhu says, what is the use of changing it? He says, no, I cannot listen to this word mukti at all. Then Mahaprabhu says, you see, what is the meaning of mukti pade? Mukti pade means, it's the Lord's name, at whose feet there is liberation. That is mukti pade. It means it is speaking about the Supreme Lord only. Therefore, you don't have to change it. So, the point is that the liberation here, mukti, is used, but according to the followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the mukti here is not the liberation that we talk about, but it is about becoming an associate of the Lord. Jehetu Padmottara Khande Ukta Hoyache. So here a reference is given from the Uttarakhanda of Padma Purana. Manishigan Sri Vishnur Anucharatvai Moksha Boliya Thaken. So those who are intelligent, they call that becoming a servant of Vishnu is liberation. Some say liberation means to merge into Brahman. But those who are intelligent, those who are devotees, they understand that liberation means to become servant of Supreme Lord. Means to be situated in a positive state. এই জন্য মুক্তি বলিতে সায়ুজ্য ভগবানের সহিত ঐক্যভাব এইরূপ ব্যাখ্যা করা সঙ্গত নহে. Therefore, here it is not advisable to take the meaning of mukti as becoming one with God. It is not the meaning here. আর মা নির্বৃতি স্তনুভৃতাম অর্থাৎ আপনার পাদপদ্ম ধ্যানে এবং আপনার ভক্তজনের কথাশ্রবণে দেহধারী দিগের যে সুখ হয় আত্ম আনন্দ স্বরূপ ব্রহ্ম সাক্ষাৎকারেও তাদৃশ সুখ লাভ হয় না ইত্যাদি বাক্যের দ্বারা যেই সায়ুজ্য মুক্তিতে শ্রী ধ্রুবের আরোচকত্বই জ্ঞাপিত হইয়াছে. Also in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, it is said that the devotees who receive bliss or who become blissful by constantly meditating upon the lotus feet of Supreme Lord Shri Krishna, for them the pleasure that is derived through becoming one with God is very, very insignificant. When one is meditating on the Lord's lotus feet constantly, the happiness that he derives is many, many more times superior to the one that one receives by getting liberated or merging into the Brahman. Because we feel the temporary happiness just because we are free from that particular unwanted situation. Like One example can be given in this manner, that somebody is drowning us in the water. He has, held our hair, and then he has put us in the water, and then he has put in water for a long time. Now we are, suffocated. We are struggling to get air for life. Then suddenly that person brings us out of the water. Now when we are brought out of the water, what do we feel? We feel that we are, for some time, we are relaxed from that suffering. We are not in Ananda. We are not in a blissful state. We are just freed from the state where we were in intense suffering. We are taken out and just we are able to breathe. But the moment we have taken some breath, again we are drowned in the water. This material world is like that. It is talked about in this material world like that. The happiness that we derive, that we get in this material world is so infinitesimal that just for the temporary being, it's not happiness actually. It is just, you are free from the distress, that's it. Because we don't know what is the definition of happiness in the first place. What is happy, what is being blissful, we don't know. Not having troubles, we understand to be happy. But it is not true. So, here in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, it is said that the happiness that one derives by, Brahma Sayujya, by, merging into Brahman, is insignificant in front of such the bliss that one derives by remembering the Lord's lotus feet constantly. So, going by all these words, one can understand that Dhruva is not at all, interested in becoming liberated. He has no desire in becoming liberated, because previously he told that, you please give me association of the devotees. He did not say that, please liberate me. No, he did not pray for it. The devotees do not ask for liberation. যদি বলেন দেখুন ইচ্ছা করেন নাই এইরূপ বলা সঙ্গত হয় না, কারণ ভক্তিং মুহুহু প্রবাহতাম, অর্থাৎ যে সকল নির্মলচিত্ত ব্যক্তি আপনার প্রতি ভক্তি করিয়া থাকেন, সেই সকল মহাত্মা দিগের সহিত যেন আমার সঙ্গ হয় ইত্যাদি বাক্যে ভক্তিতেই তাহার বিষয়ত্ব জানা যায়. Now, if you say that actually Dhruva did not ask for, devotion, because in the main verse it is said that because his mind was occupied with the insults that he heard from his stepmother, therefore he could not request for, his Swarupa Sthiti, for his actual true state, because his mind was occupied with those things. Therefore, he repented. Now, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes in the commentary that, you see, one can also not say that he has not asked to be established in his real state, because in one of the verses he told that, my dear Lord, I want to be associated with those persons who are constantly singing your glories in the purified heart. You please bless me that I get association of those devotees. Therefore, he already told this, that what is the actual state? Our actual state is to be a servant of Supreme Lord, to be among the servants of the Supreme Lord. This is our actual state. So he has already asked for it. So it is not, a right or just to say that, he has not asked for it. তাহার উত্তরে বলিতেছেন সত্য, এখানে স্মরণ করিয়া এই বর্তমান কালের নির্দেশ হেতু মাতার সপত্নীর অর্থাৎ বিমাতা সুরুচির বাক্যরূপ বাণের স্মরণ কালেই ভক্তির ইচ্ছা করেন নাই. So in the main verse, smaran is also used. Smaran means to remember. So what remembrance? Because the remembrance of which has caused him to repent later. So what is that remembrance? Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains that remembrance is nothing but the insulting words of his stepmother. But he was constantly remembering about those, words of the stepmother. अतएव तत्क्षणात् स्मरण काले ही भक्ति इच्छा करें नहीं. And therefore, at that time, when he was reminded of those things, then he did not ask for or he did not desire for devotion. अतएव तत्क्षणात् मधुवने आसिया आमार पिता पिता महादिरु दुर्लभ सर्वश्रेष्ठ उच्च पदेर प्राप्तिर अभिलाषी हइया श्री भगवान के भजना करिब एरूप संकल्प करत तपस्या करियाछिलेन. And therefore, he entered into Madhuvan. With what mood? His mood was that I will attain a kingdom greater than my father and greater than by my forefathers also. I will attain such a kingdom. So with this mood, he has entered into the forest, and he was very desirous to attain that, and this is the purpose of his performing bhajan. That is why when Narada was also instructing him, he only told that you please tell me the way to please him, and I want to attain all these things because I am a Kshatriya. Kshatriyas cannot forget any insults. They are, their, ahankar, their false ego is very, very strong. Therefore, they cannot accept any insults. That is why Duryodhana, even though all the Kauravas, they were all killed. All of them were killed in the battle. Only Duryodhana was remaining. He could have saved his life. At least if he was saved, his parents would have been happy and he would have surrendered. But what he did, he went inside the water and then he sat for tapasya. He was the only one left to be killed. Now, everywhere they were searching, but they could not find Duryodhana. Then Krishna told Bhima that he is doing, penance. He is doing tapasya inside that water. Go. Just go, use insulting words. Use insulting words so that he will come out of his tapasya. Because if you speak normally, because Duryodhana is a very, very egoistic person. Duryodhana itself indicates egoistic person. We are all like that. Duryodhana is there in us, egoistic. Egoistic means if anyone says something to us, even if Guru Balram says that you please give Shamba, the other day we heard in this only? No, in Hindi we heard. So we will not repeat now because time is up. So when Balaram went to Duryodhana to say that you please return Samba, don't arrest him. Then he told, who are Yadus to give directions to us? They are not equal to even our, foot slippers. That is their position, and they are ordering us to, release. Who are you? So Balaram is actually a guru of Duryodhana. He is a guru of Duryodhana, that he has taught him the, Gada Yuddha, the mace, fighting with the mace. He has, taught him that. But even to the guru, he can use such insulting words. Why? He is very egoistic. If his ego is hurt, he can go to any extent. It is, we are like that. So now Krishna told to Bhim that the only way to bring the Duryodhana out of water, to fight him and to kill him, is just use insulting words to him. He is very, very attached to his own personal name and fame. So much attached, so egoistic. Therefore, the only way to, bring him out is use insulting words. He has given up tapasya. He has given up his penances because, his ego was hurt. That is why, if while performing Hari Bhajan, if we are harboring ego inside us, if we are egoistic, then if someone says something to us, all the good activities are finished in a spot. Everything is finished. So, a king particularly, here Dhruva is telling that I am such an egoistic person that someone says something to me, I cannot tolerate. And actually that egoistic nature of Duryodhana has brought his end actually. That is the cause of his end. That is the cause of his death. Otherwise he would have saved himself. If he could have surrendered ever, that he saw that so many persons are lost now, now at least I shall, bring some intelligence in me. I cannot fight them. I cannot fight with them now. I cannot, win over them. He could not get even this little intelligence. And therefore he could not submit. Oh, how can I submit? I am a king. I will die, but I will not submit. With this mood, Haribhajan is not possible. That is why here, Dhruva also went into the forest, and when Narada also told him that you please go back, enjoy your kingdom, he only said, no, please don't give me this instruction. Tell me how to attain that state which is superior to what my forefathers have also attained. I want to attain that. So here, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is writing that because he remembered all these things, and with this motive only, he entered into the forest to pacify Hari. That is why he had to get this. Anyway, there is still further purport to this, but the time is up. We will continue from here tomorrow. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Jai Shri ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की जय, श्री कृष्ण द्वैपायन वेद व्यास महामुनि की जय, जय श्री नारद गोस्वामी की जय, श्री ध्रुव महाराज की जय, परमारतम श्री गुरु महाराज की जय, गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल।